Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended.
I'm Tom.
I'm Jesse, and it's April Fool's, y'all.
April Fools.
So is today April Fool's or not? We don't know. We can be lying.
We
We're
might have
lying
filmed
to
this
you.
yesterday.
I wonder how where April Fool's started. We should have looked into that before. Good old Google. Because
Yeah.
April Fool's, as a kid, you'd always do those April Fool jokes.
Yeah.
Your underwear showing. April Fools.
Yeah.
You always come up with the stupid, corny little April Fool jokes.
It's fun working with first graders who what did they say? One of the kids is like, I didn't do my homework. I'm like, you didn't. April Fools.
You got a fake laugh.
Oh, you.
I know JJ was doing that. Mom, don't look behind you. There's a bunch of worms.
There's a monster, Mom.
There's a
no,
lot.
it's actually a cougar.
And swarms. Yeah, the cougar. That's crazy. We had a cougar sighting near our house.
Cougar in our news. It
was in our neighborhood. It was just strolling the streets. In our neighborhood, I'm talking like maybe.
Like we could have been walking our dogs.
Maybe not even half a mile from my house.
Mm-mm.
Maybe
a half a mile from my house. Yeah.
It's literally like a 2-minute walk from mine.
Yeah.
When I seen the address, because you remember a few years ago they had the cougar sighting here.
Oh yeah, we get them every now and then.
But it was pretty far away.
Mm-hmm. I think it was over on the other side of the city, right?
Yeah. So I was like, okay. And then when I looked at it, someone posted something, Facebook news. And I was like, what? Like when I looked at the address, I was like, dude, that is hella close.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm glad I cut my tree down.
It could have been up there.
I'm not even lying to you. When that first cougar sighting happened a few years ago, I was like, I know one of these nights I'm going to come outside, take the garbage out or something, look in the tree. There's going to be some glowing eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you shit yourself?
Probably. Yeah.
Hey, bear. Would it be? Oh, dude, that'd be
Cougars
scary.
are worse than a bear in that way. Like they're so sneaky and freaky.
I'm like scooting. You're like out of the frame. Sorry, we're self-adjusting here.
Yeah, we keep changing things, but that's good.
Yeah, we are. Change is good.
So I found a little bit of history on April Fool's Day.
Okay.
Some speculation says 1852 when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Something to do with it changing from the end of the year from April to June. So like the end of April or the end of March became somehow a joke. I don't know. I don't quite get it. Nobody really knows why we play practical jokes.
Bah, that's boring.
I myself hate practical jokes.
What we're going to do? It's June.
Yeah.
Guess what? April Fool's.
It's 2023, a year past.
Can you even joke anymore nowadays, though?
What are you going to say? Hey, we're going to die.
April Fool's.
Yeah, April Fool's. No, it's actually.
Did you ever do April Fool's joke, though?
I'm sure I did.
I know I did.
But I always hated it. Like, I'm not a stick with it kind of guy. So if I ever got into it with somebody where it was like you had to try to one up each other,
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. I really quickly fizzle out. I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Like I did like a stupid joke at work today.
Did you?
Because there's this admin assistant who's rather annoying. She wants you to like check in.
Oh.
Like, I need to know when so-and-so's leaving. I'm like, no, you don't. I don't say that, but in my head, I'm like, You don't need to know. Like, you can get up and do this yourself. Anyway, I'm like, now we have to sign this form. Like, so before, like during COVID, we had to sign a form when we'd get in, right? So if someone got sick, we'd know, okay, so-and-so's here.
Okay.
So they took that away. No more attestation form or whatever. We're like, yeah.
Oh, the attestation form.
Yeah. Attestation. Yeah. So we had to do that, right?
Yeah.
No more. Yes, but you need to sign this form. So we need to sign the same form.
Well, yes, but it's not an attestation form.
No, but it's for safety reasons. If like there's a fire, we know who's here. But like my team, they'll sign it, but they're not necessarily there. Because they came in that morning, but now they're gone because they went to go do work some problem or something. Because my team's in and out of the office crazy.
Theoretically, do they want them to check in and out as they go?
No.
What's the point of them ever checking in?
I don't know. We never had a sign in. But I think it's because there's so many remote people coming in and out. So they just want accountability.
Like a badging log or something? Like, can't they just fucking run that?
You would think. But no, this AA, she's always like, she got on like people because they weren't signing.
But she's an administrative assistant.
Yeah, so assist, do your job, assist the person you're supposed to assist. That's what we were saying. So I was just
why does she give a shit?
I was telling her in my text like, hey, so and so is going to be here today, and apparently she's going to be walking around checking to see if you're at your desk and making sure you're signed. You signed if you and and they didn't believe me because I always fuck with my team anyway. so it didn't
she
go.
Wasn't actually walking around?
No, she wasn't actually walking around. My team knows me well enough now.
Believable though.
Well, if they didn't know me, they would probably believe me.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else but my team, 100%. I could have got him. But since it's not, they're like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, Alicia, she said someone at her work, one of the bosses there, did a pretty good joke. It was pretty good.
What did they do?
Told that his team, you guys can come in pajamas.
Oh. So
you just need to wear a work, polo or something, but you can come in pajama pants or whatever. So someone showed up.
Oops. That's awkward.
Hey, but I mean, I kind of
bank. Can you imagine if somebody thought it was funny to like come in with a everybody down? April Fool's.
Just kidding.
You
I'm just here to deposit.
The look on your face.
I'm just here to deposit a check.
April.
No one move.
Hold on. April Fools.
I know.
Can't you guys take a joke?
Jeez, I didn't want no money. I was trying to withdraw money. What was that? Was that a Chris Farley movie where he goes in the bank and he's like, everybody,
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, and they drop down. He's like, no, what?
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. Go to the bank and do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Tommy Boy because at the end of Tommy Boy, he did it on purpose. But I think earlier, oh, geez, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Tommy Boy. It was at the end. Yeah, that was funny. No, I like fucking with people. I've been fucking with spam calls.
Mm-hmm.
So when they call, I'll just be like, yeah, this is spammy sandwiches. How can I help you?
Yeah.
And they're like, huh? And then they'll hang up. And then the other day, I'm like, this is Billy Big Dicks. How can I help you? They're like, what was that? I was like, this is Billy Big Dicks. This is a company you just called. Everything okay? Like, what do you need? Okay, bye.
I thought you were Jesse.
Yeah. And then someone's like, hey, can I talk to you about refinancing your home? And I'm like, I live in an apartment, so probably not. They're like, but you can save on mortgage. Like, yeah, but I live in an apartment, so I don't think
I'm not an owner. I'm a renter.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for you. So you guys should just like lose my number. Like, okay. And then the other day, they call and they're like, they ask for my mom's name, which is odd, and I'm like, you have the wrong number. I'm like, fuck, but I'm like, yeah, they asked for my mom.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say anything? I'm like, well, I mean, why are they calling me? What if your mom's in trouble? I'm like, it's spam. I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Right.
Unless my phone's lying to me.
My brother will answer, like, if he knows it's WSU calling for money or something, his college.
God.
He has this character he does named Merle Morrell.
Huh.
He's like this, like, professor of some random thing.
Yeah.
He always talks like this. And
God.
so he'll actually answer
awesome.
Yellow. They'll ask him for money. He goes, yep, haven't been making a lot. So won't be giving you any. It's pretty funny.
That's
I
awesome.
enjoy it.
We used to get the firefighters call us.
Yeah, the police. We get the like fraternal order of the policemen.
That sounds cultish a little bit. Anything fraternal?
Yeah, right. I know. They probably have like a necklace with a steel cross and a saber. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the what is it? The Masons?
Yeah, right. The Freemasons. They have the compass and all that shit.
That's creepy though. The Fraternal Order
of the Brotherhood of the Police Officers.
This is the Fraternal Order of all white folks.
Police Officers Guild.
Guild sounds cool.
Guild does. I want to be.
I want to be in a guild. That's like nerd.
Do we live in a shire?
We should call him. This is my Shire.
This is my Shire.
Now, is a Shire like just a house, or is it like an actual
Shire,
like a whole place?
I do believe it isn't it like an Irish or a Scottish thing. Like a Shire is
Irish.
like a town, like a homestead, like a
Celtic.
It's like maybe like a county.
I don't know. It's in
from like our.
Wait, what were they in The Hobbit?
Shires.
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm saying, what were they?
I don't
what were the hobbits? What nationality were they? Hobbitish?
Oh,
what was their accent? Was it English?
I think it.
Or was it Scottish?
No,
I can't remember.
They were Scottish, aren't they? No,
They
I don't
might
know.
be.
Sam Weiss.
Yeah,
I don't fucking remember.
I don't know. They're hobbits.
You shall not pass. I don't know. He was British.
Magneto's always British.
Maybe British? Was it just?
I don't know.
Oh, Sam. Yeah, they were British. Sam. And who's the other guy? Sam Weiss and
Bilbo? No, that's not Bilbo.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo. Sam. There's Sam and there's Frodo.
Sam and Frodo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them was kind of Scottish.
Yeah.
Did he always say Frodo? Or maybe he was like Wales or something.
No,
I don't know.
there was
Welsh?
the dwarf that was Scottish.
Yeah.
He was one of the like fraternal order of
the guild.
The guild of the rings.
The guild.
He was one of the rings.
Oh Lord,
bro!
I saw a girl today driving in front of us that her car cracked me the fuck up. She drove this like Ford, I don't know, Escape or something.
Escape.
And on the back, she had a bumper sticker that said, "My other." No. The bumper sticker said, like whatever Muggle fucker, which is a reference to Harry Potter.
Oh yeah,
and then. On her license plate, the surround for a license plate said, "My other ride is a Nimbus 2000."
Nice.
I was like, okay, first of all, have they not come out with a new Nimbus? Because I was in like, I don't even remember when. I was in like middle school when that book came out, and it was a Nimbus 2000 back then.
Was that in 2000?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
When did like late 90s, maybe 2000, somewhere in there.
Aren't they supposed to be coming on like
They seem to still be coming out with stuff.
Well, no, I thought they were going to do like a reunion, the class reunion. The Hogwarts class reunion.
We almost died. Remember that? Remember, he shall not be named. Do you remember that? Like, what would you do?
No, so he should not be named. Someone did a meme of Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
and it was who should not be named, but it was all Harry Potter. Keep your name.
You don't say her name.
But that's what it said. It was like a whole Harry Potter.
Good.
It was, dude. It was pretty funny. I laughed pretty hard at that. I've never read the books, but like I've seen the movie, so I've read the book.
I read the books, and Elena got into the books.
She still hasn't.
I'm not like a super fan. Like there's, I mean, they're good, and they're fantasy, but
I like those kind of movies.
Yeah, I mean,
I like that. I haven't read like.
There are people that like live that world.
Oh,
there are people that they're.
Dude, I've gone to Comic-Con and you'll come across people like that. That and another one that people really love, and I don't think it's a book, but it's just that kind of cult following is Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Doctor Who.
I have watched a few episodes.
There's so many I don't even know. That's where like
aware of the red phone booth.
Cumberbatch.
Booth?
It's blue.
Was he
Benjamin Cumberbatch?
Benedict Cumberbatch. What a fucking name that guy has. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Phenomenal actor.
Very good actor. Yeah. He did play
he was a dragon.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he was a dragon in I think he was a dragon in the Harry Potters or in Lord of the Rings or something. But he does or he was in one of those fantasy where he's the dragon. And I seen his like behind the scenes him acting. He's like in the little like the suit with the ball.
With the balls, and he's like
rat skirt rat.
I'm a dragon.
Ooga booga motherfucker. Yeah, but he's he does a good job.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good actor.
Too.
He's very like
there was a movie he was just in. I think no, I don't think so. I've watched some interviews. No, I don't think so.
I know the guy.
Not at all. They interviewed him, and he was actually really nice. I think it was him. His parents were like super supportive of him acting. I think
that's
like
cool.
His parents were like classically trained actors or something.
Oh, of course they're gonna be.
So yeah,
Come at me when it's like, no, you're here to be a doctor.
Yeah.
That's it.
Will grow to be a doctor. I don't want to hear any more of it.
This is rubbish.
Your grandfather was a prime minister. You will be a prime minister.
Yeah. Why do they
like
talk
the
like
fucking
that?
walrus from what you call it, Alice in Wonderland.
Why do you always picture though? You picture when people do that
fat British guy, right, with a huge mustache and a monocle.
This is bollocks.
It's complete rubbish.
I kind of like that term, bollocks.
Bollocks.
You don't hear that in Supernatural.
Oh bloody hell!
It's
probably. Yeah. What's his name?
Rowena. Have you come across Rowena?
Possibly.
She's a redhead. She's a witch. I feel like she might be there. She's coming.
I think. I might have seen her once or twice.
Crowley. It's Crowley's mom.
Okay.
But Crowley says bollocks.
Alabaster Crowley. Yeah.
Yeah. You know that's a real person.
Yes, you kind of filled me in on the origin story of that character.
Well,
the history of the.
I know. I don't think his name's that, but his name's Crowley. They call him Crowley. But I looked into like who there was an actual Crowley who was into.
He was satanic or something.
Yeah, necromancy or something. Trying to bring back the
dead to life.
Yeah.
In other words, Dr. Frankenstein.
How weird would that be?
Yuck.
I saw that. I just heard this. Conspiracy theory, and Dalton, if you're listening, he would like this one.
Yeah, we need to get Dalton back.
We're all dead.
I buy it.
Right?
Are we actually living in the afterlife?
Well, no. What they say is after you die, right?
Yeah,
your brain actually will be alive for another 7 minutes, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, so we're existing in those 7 minutes.
In those 7 minutes, that 7 minutes can feel like a lifetime. They say like 100 years, you say, right? And so that's why, you have people who have you hear about the Mandela effect, where it's like, no, I remember it was the Bernstein Bears, not the Bearstein Bears. Or, there's that's like a famous one. Or like certain logos, like you remember it a certain way when it was maybe it's actually not that way. Or like, Luke, I am your father.
Right.
Which that isn't.
Not actually anything it says.
Luke, I was your father.
As the Bible says.
His name wasn't Jesus. It was Jesus.
It was Jesus. Jesus Cristo. Did you not read? No, what am I trying to say? The fucking thing that everybody always says. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Oh, yeah.
Not biblical.
Not biblical.
It was
spiritual.
No, it was actually science fiction. It was this one. Yeah, it was like Star Wars or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or Star Trek.
I know what you're saying.
Star Trek. I think it was like from the original Star Trek. The needs of the many outweigh.
So yeah, they were basically saying like we're actually all dead.
The Mandela effect.
So it's because that's why you got the Mandela effect, because we're all now, and they say and this is where it's funny. It's when we all actually died in 2012.
Oh, when the end did come.
It was just an instant, and so we're all living in one conscious state, man. So everyone is in my dreams, or am I in your dreams? Oh my God, I don't even.
So what if my reality isn't your reality?
I'm gonna go jump in the front of the train and see if it's true.
Yeah. So
nope.
Hold on.
I was alive.
So everyone that we've witnessed die didn't.
No.
Did they wake up?
So they died finally.
So they passed on.
Their brain finally gave out.
So we're in purgatory.
Hey, there you go.
Well, where are the Leviathans?
There you go. I don't know. Those things seem scary.
Yes, they do. With their mouths. And
like,
bleh. Yeah, I've been watching Supernatural halfway through season 7.
Pretty good.
Spoiler alert. Character I like.
Well, I mean, if you haven't seen, there's been like 15 years worth of Supernatural. So
let me
you're
just
not
say,
spoiling shit.
If a character dies, they probably won't be gone forever.
Yeah.
So just don't worry about it. But Bobby dies for at least the first time. But it's very sad. Like he actually, you see how much Bobby really cares about the boys. Like he always plays like, God damn it, you idiot, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it really shows that side of him that really wanted kids and never had them. and how he truly loved having these guys
like his boys. He calls them boys and my boys.
Well, and didn't he make a comment about like they should come and take my beer and eat my food or something like that?
Yeah.
And there's this memory he has, that final memory that he has, because he's explained the death or the Reaper comes and tells him, you know, you have one memory left. Like, this is it for you.
And he's like at home.
And he's like, boys. Well, the good thing I saved the best for last. And it's just the boys come in and drop down on the couch with beers and they're eating popcorn.
And they're like arguing back and forth.
Arguing about a movie. Yeah,
like brothers.
And he's just kind of looking at him with this tear in his eye, and then they're gone.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
so sad.
You don't really know what happens because you don't know if he crosses over or if he doesn't. I still haven't found out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, does he cross over? Does he stay and become a ghost? Because the Reaper.
Have they showed their reaction?
The boys?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they know he's gone now. So,
did they give him the burial or anything?
No, not yet. Okay. I haven't seen that yet. Like, we literally
not that happens. I'm just asking. There's no, because they always do like hunters. Like anybody who is a hunter in that show, and this is how I told Alicia I want to go, is I want a hunter's funeral.
You know, until
give me a bunch of wood and put me on there and burn me.
That sounds like a sweet song.
It looks cool, man.
If I die young,
bury me in cotton, man.
Put me on
a bed of roses.
Burn me up.
Put me on a bed of birch.
Burn my body. No, seriously, that'd be way cheaper.
I told Alicia, burn me in my backyard. Seriously, I have a fire pit. Just throw
me in there.
Just throw my
naked ass in there. It's
just flopping
likely
around.
to happen sometime on accident anyway. Wow.
He must be cold.
It was much bigger in life.
He was a grower. We've talked about this.
I can attest he was a grower,
not a shower.
Nobody look. Throw a dildo in there. There it is.
Yeah, look at him.
I told you.
What is it? Rigor mortis
just
set in.
Warm up.
Rigor mortis set in.
He's getting stiff.
There he goes. One last ride. Dude, how creepy is that for people?
Huh?
That there's people that had sex with dead bodies.
Yeah, that's
disgusting.
Pretty creepy.
That's pretty gross.
That's mentally ill.
Very ill. Like Will.
I don't know if anybody. I don't know of anybody but serial killers who've done that.
I don't know anybody.
I mean, I don't personally know anyone.
Yeah.
Just the serial killers I hang out with. No, but like the Green River Killer, they
hear
famously
about,
like had done that.
Well, that makes sense because I mean, only psychos do that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
No, that's like pretty mentally.
What is that called? Necrophilia.
Necrophilia. I was gonna say necromancy.
They bring him back.
Crowley. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah. I don't.
Man. I got the burps. We're drinking an IPA.
Pardon me. Pardonnez-moi.
It's not bad.
This is actually, I really.
What is it called?
Enjoy it. Sessions Ale from Founders All Day IPA.
Hey, shout out to my buddies at the Miles Brew in Mountains. What is it? Miles Mountains and Brews.
Mountains
or is it Mountains, Miles and Brews? I don't know. My buddy Nick and Dwayne. I almost said Dwight and Dwayne. They go to breweries and shit.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they've had this.
Well, I hope they have. If you haven't, guys, try Founders.
I'm gonna do. You know what? We're gonna be doing a
crossover episode.
Yeah, we got to start doing a little more. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do some more guests? I like having guests.
I do too. I want to have Dalton back. I want to get Mike on.
You know, because we're a family podcast, but we're also like a dad podcast, right?
Yeah.
I would love to get someone outside of our box.
Mm-hmm. Or dad that has a take on dad
stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I think
Mike,
so too.
We gotta get Mike on. Big Mike.
Mike's
I ain't never met him, but
Mike's funny. He's a fellow teacher.
He has what?
He has girls.
Oh,
he has daughters.
I'm like, he has some girls. Like he has multiple chicks or what?
He's got some girls.
He's a pimp, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
just kidding, Mike.
Not at all what we were saying.
No, we're not saying that. He knows. He's an avid
Mike's
listener.
got hoes in different area codes. You remember that song?
Yeah. I got hoes.
That's probably not appropriate anymore, but back when my day it was
So I was just listening to a podcast and they were talking about like songs.
Yeah.
And they were like art like from DMX and stuff, like artists like I loved growing up. Like I had all DMX albums. Like loved his music. You know, like I never really thought about what he said on some of the stuff. And when you look back and you think about some of the music you listen to and some of the like lyrics that maybe came out of their mouth,
sure.
Like if you know, there's certain songs that just wouldn't work today because so many people are so sensitive. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was actually
like cancel. You're gonna get canceled because you said
that. Who was it? It's like a hair band. One of their songs they were saying like wouldn't work today.
Who?
It was a hair band. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Hair Man. I thought you said Hair Man. I'm like, I've never heard of them.
Hair band. Yeah,
exactly. Fucking White Snake or some shit.
Yeah. I can't remember what song it was, but they were saying like there's no way they could get away with it today. And like the music video was
probably someone from Kiss or something.
Probably, yeah.
Kiss is a hair band, right?
Yeah, all those guys. Any guy, John Bon Jovi was. Yeah, I mean they're all anybody that had long hair. Boston. I like Boston.
I like Boston actually. Yeah. I actually like Slayer too, but still. Mm-hmm. I just love music.
Some classic rock and roll.
Yeah. I like butt rock.
Yeah.
No, my brother's was in a metal band. Yeah. I don't know if they're not considered hair band.
No.
Any metal people are like that's death. They sing about the Satan.
They have very similar hair, but it's just very greasy. Yeah.
They don't like to wash their hair.
They don't use product like the hair bands.
Yeah. My brother showers every day, just not his hair.
There you go.
You know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know.
But he used to rock out. I remember going to a couple of his band shows, and they were like, I'm like, bro,
I don't even know how they do that because, like, and also they sing from a different part of their throat, so they don't screw it up.
Dude, I've heard, like, I think we've talked about. I've heard some pretty cool, like, metal bands that are considered metal, but like. There'll be spots in their songs where they're singing and they just
actually have a normal.
Oh, they have like amazing voices, like beautiful voice. Yes. Like you're like, holy shit. They're like, you're like, whoa.
And then the children say,
you're like thinking this is hard rock, like something so hard, and it's just about his love for his wife. And my wife, I laid in the lap. I took a nap.
I grabbed the titties and said,
I mean, grabbing some titties though.
I mean,
that puts you to ease.
You got to sing kind of.
Any guy that says he can't, if you grab a boob, tell me you can't. You can't be mad grabbing a boob. No, that puts you in an instant good mood. If you grab a boob, it puts you in a good mood.
Ladies, if your guy's yelling at you like this, just put a boob in his hand.
If he's yelling at you, show him your boobs, and then it's over. Am I lying? I'm not lying.
Men are very simple folk.
We're simple. You know what? I'm sick and tired. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I love you.
I don't recall what we were arguing about.
I know. We're like goldfish.
Was I angry a moment ago?
Yeah. Why are we right here? What's going on? I have amnesia. I forget. I don't know.
Lord, yeah.
See, that's all Jada had to do for Will Smith. I did want to bring that up because that did happen.
Let's. I'm
going to bring it up because everyone else is bringing it up. Why not?
We have to. I feel like our 8 listeners demand
obviously
our response.
1,000 people are millions. Everyone knows, Will Smith.
The world knows the slap heard around the world.
This is what they call it, right? Is that what they're calling it?
I don't know. They should.
I think that's what they're calling it, pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, Will slaps Chris, which is pretty fucked up.
Boy, that was a hard ass slap too.
It was but Chris Rock took that.
Oh, he did.
Like it didn't even hurt.
Slapped the shit out of me.
Well, no, the way he got it, he just like. But do you see the way like he gets slapped?
Yeah.
Right. But then the way he like when he gets slapped, he like looks like he wants to fight.
He just backs up.
Well, but his body motions also look like he was like, "Oh no, we're about to do this," and then he was like. Okay, like composure. Boom.
Didn't he like even put his hands behind his back?
Well, his back's, because he's I just spit all over the mic. Ding.
Yeah.
No, he had his hands behind his back because he's talking and stuff. So he just had his hands back there, how they do in the Oscars, all proper and stuff. And then
all proper.
Proper. This is how we talk here. Yeah?
Oh,
You cheeky bastard?
You cheeky little bastard.
So he fucking...
Could you imagine if he slapped a Brit? Why, you cheeky little bastard?
What the fuck was that, you little cunt?
Across my face. This cunt just came over and slapped me across the face.
Right? I want to see him do that Scottish person.
Oh, God.
Or an Irish.
Fuck you motherfucker. That guy was already half drunk off his ass.
That's Irish
fucking, what's
Scottish.
his name? What's
McGregor.
His name? Yeah.
He wouldn't have, though.
Crowe. Remember the old Russell Crowe?
He wouldn't have, though.
Days?
Honestly.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Chris Rock's not a big dude, right?
Yeah.
Super nice guy from what I've heard. Very like respected amongst so many people, right? From what I've seen.
Yeah.
Just I always hear these great things. But like anybody else that said exactly what he said, I don't think Will's doing nothing.
Probably not.
The Rock?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Is he going to slap The Rock? Honestly, Rock says exactly the same thing, delivers that joke. Is he saying something to The Rock? Or is he going up there to slap The Rock across the face?
And not only that, but the thing a lot of people are saying is like he was laughing at the joke.
He was.
Until I guarantee you, and everyone, I'm not the first person to say this. He was laughing. He looked over. Jada was not happy.
He's laughing. He sees his wife like
he's going to have to go and make a show so that he's not in the doghouse.
Because obviously she rolls her eyes and, his joke.
But
and I don't think he knew
all the jokes in the world.
But I don't think he knew about her condition because since he didn't know, I didn't know, so he didn't know because I'm that close to Hollywood, right?
I didn't know. I know everything about Jada.
No, like I didn't know. I honestly didn't know that she had like alopecia or whatever. And like,
but honestly, of all the things to have, I mean, I get it.
She shaved her head, and she, and that was her choice. And she's always had short hair, and
that's fine. But
she looks beautiful with short hair. It actually works for her. But like, he just made a joke.
But she's also a celebrity too. Like when somebody makes a joke at your expense and you're famous, fucking take it.
Well, that's the thing. So I know Chris Rock's made jokes before about them, right? But also, don't sit in the front row. Don't. Will Smith's been one of the biggest movie stars in the last decade.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to be the punchline of some shit.
You're going to be, and you have to take it.
You got to be. You got to have tough skin.
Yeah.
You're a comedian's going to say some shit, and you're not always going to laugh.
She pulled up a video. People were taking, of course, every word that Will Smith's ever said, and there was a time back when he was doing more comedy that he said, like, people need to take a joke.
Well, that's it. You got to, and I. From my aspect, I really like, okay, that sucked. Like, okay, I'll play the part and say Chris Rock said something that maybe is inappropriate because nowadays you can't really like sneeze and it be appropriate, right? Because it could be wrong. Or if you sneeze, you say God bless you, someone's gonna get offended.
You were insensitive with your sneeze.
You like, actually, I'm an atheist.
God bless nothing, sir. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. Don't tell me. Yeah. But anyway.
Don't push your God on me.
So anyway, all jokes aside, whatever, like at the end of the day, you just, you're in that spotlight. You should be able to take that.
Well, that was a big moment. I mean, like, it was just hard to watch.
I just, honestly, what I think and what my point was about to be before I, like, in that moment, just forgot. Because that's what happened. I was like, what was I going to say? But I think mentally, for him, I think there's a lot going on for him. And I think so too. I'm not an expert, but like as a man, like I think there's just so much I couldn't imagine being in the like limelight, like how he is already. Plus dealing with, marital issues that he could be dealing with. Cause obviously everyone knows about the entanglement they like to say or whatever. And when that came out, the entanglement thing was already years past.
Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt or is it fun to
it could be going on, right? But again, like it'd been years past, and all of a sudden we're hearing about it, and it's on like national television.
And then you have to go into detail. That would bring it all back to the surface for me.
100%.
I would have a hard time with it.
You're reliving the experience. And like, girl, we just went over this. I don't like hearing about it. I don't want to know about it. We've moved on past this. Why are we bringing this up?
Yeah. Well, and one thing I'd say about Will Smith too is like, he's a pretty decent guy. And I know that this didn't look great.
It didn't. And then the whole speech afterwards didn't look great. Like,
no, not his finest moment.
No, it wasn't.
But if we're all going to be judged by our worst moment, then there's nobody that's a decent person. I think.
Oh, no, dude.
The heat's going to kind of die down eventually, and it's going to be all right.
If we got judged for our worst moment, bro, I'm going past hell.
Yeah, right. What does Satan do to the people who don't want?
I'm going to purgatory.
Yeah, purgatory. Purgatory is in between, isn't it?
Well, it's where
because you can get out and go to heaven after purgatory.
You could not really. No, if you're a monster, you can't. Because if you're a vampire,
lucky for me, I'm not a monster.
If you're a vampire, I got a widow's peak.
Dude, I've been having dreams like crazy that I'm getting bit by vampires. I think it's because I'm watching Supernatural.
Oh, 100%.
Because they all have the creepy spike teeth.
I love the way they portray vampires in that show.
They're a lot creepier.
They're way different.
They're not like,
they're not like, I'm going to suck your blood. There is an episode. I don't know if you've watched it yet.
Yes, I think so.
It's a classic, vampire. There's Frankenstein. It's very classic. Yeah. They even do it in black and white.
Right.
Great episode.
I think I have seen that.
Dude, it's a good episode. It's almost as good as the Scooby-Doo one.
I have not seen the Scooby-Doo one, but I have seen the one that you always told us about where they're on set of their show. I love that one. That one was funny.
That was so that one was probably one of my favorite ones. The Scooby-Doo one's definitely one up there because they're in a Scooby-Doo episode.
See, and I really do. I enjoy it a lot when there's not the larger arc too, when it's just like these little side stories.
Well, and they do that a lot. Yeah, they'll do that a lot. Like,
those are very fun.
There'll be moments where it's like, okay, it's the main plot.
Right. They're building.
So you got the main mission, like a game,
and then you got a side mission.
Then you got the side quest, and that's what they do a lot. And you see that, and that's what I think I love about the show and the dynamics.
Yeah, I think that's why it worked as long as it did.
Well, I think the dynamic with the actors is just, it's a natural thing. Like these guys have all. They're friends even now that the show's not around.
Yeah,
they're still friends.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? Like Dean Jensen Ackles. He just directed an episode of the show Walker that Jared Padalecki, Sam is on.
Nice.
It's Sam's show. You know that he's Walker, Texas Ranger. So Dean,
are you for real?
Yeah. So Dean,
Dean
he directed an episode of that show.
Nice.
You know,
he's Walker now.
Yeah, heck yeah, they're on season 2 of that show. I haven't watched it yet.
The one thing
they were in each other's wedding
about the original.
Dude, they were in each other's weddings. That's you don't see that a lot. Cool. And with actors, it's usually like this is a work thing.
Well, what I always enjoyed about it was like, for example, that episode that we were talking about where they were in the studio of their real life, but it wasn't their real life.
Yeah.
And all the jokes at their own expense.
That's a Polish name or Polish.
Someone was like, they're going for more money or whatever, and it's like these guys are already overpaid. Like seriously, like they deserve this much money. Like the writing is awful.
The writing, and then when they were trying to act, it was like terrible. You know, they were trying to be like actors.
And then the glass broke, right? And
it's all flimsy.
And then they're looking at it like, what is this?
Yeah,
that was pretty great.
It was pretty good the way they did that. I thought that was great.
Yeah,
but going back to Will Smith, I think mentally he's just going through a lot of mental issues, and I think finally it's just, what do they say, the camel broke or whatever.
Well,
I think he just snapped finally. He just had that pressure where, you know, you get that look from your wife, gentlemen. We've all got that look, like, hey, you can do something, and finally he was just like, well, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna smack the shit out of this guy. And then it happens, and then what he, like, in that moment, he's not thinking anything, obviously. Right. So I think it actually makes him look weaker as a man.
Yeah.
Instead of like pulling Chris aside or doing it and saying, hey, you know, that was, I didn't really appreciate that or whatever. You know, just going off screen and just maybe squashing it in that sense.
Because as a man, I don't imposing my own experience in this.
I don't know. I don't think I was
feeling the one storyline that makes sense to me. Jada and Will have maybe had fights at home where Jada implies that Will has not stood up for her or has not.
I think she pokes at
done
the bear.
Certain things, and he realized in that moment he had to do something big, or else he was going to pay for it.
He was going to be in the doghouse.
And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just know, again, from my own experience, Blanca and I had that conversation once. She's like, you never stand up for me. You don't blah, blah, blah. So I can see that. I can see that. Where, sometimes
I haven't had that situation.
I never slapped somebody, but.
Yeah, well, I haven't had that situation where I need to like protect my wife's honor as people are like saying that he did.
But come on, you're like celebrities and they're in a very public setting where
don't sit in the front row.
Your role,
do not sit in the front row.
Well, and it's your role as a celebrity. If you don't want to be made fun of, don't be famous.
Well, and the other thing is, and so I was talking to one of my techs who is a huge fan of film.
Yeah,
I've told you about him. He loves like horror films. This dude, like, if there's anybody that I'll like listen to about movies, about anything, it's this guy.
He's very technical about movies, right?
Dude, 100%. Like he will go into he knows backstories. He knows things like you're like, whatever. And then there's been a couple times where I'm like, oh, I'll agree with him. And I'm like, you're full of shit.
And then you go look it up.
And then it's 100% what he just told me. And I'm like, wow. Like he's like, he has people he knows that work in Hollywood and whatnot because he went to school with them when he lived in Seattle or whatever.
Cool.
Right? They're not like celebrities, but they're like, work on a set of a movie or whatever.
Lighting technicians.
Something like that. But he like there's a guy he knows that's a stuntman.
Oh, cool.
Right.
That's cool.
But he says he goes, these award shows are more like it's a business setting. It's where it's like when you get employee of the quarter. Employee of the month or employee of the year. It's one of those settings. It's not anything else, but that it's a very professional. It's not a party. It's very professional actually.
Right.
And so that'd be he and the way he put it made a lot of sense. He goes, that'd be like if you went up during like the employee meeting, the all in staff meeting, and went up and slapped someone.
Right.
It'd be the same. It's the same equivalent.
Well,
is the way he put it. I'm like,
it's also televised nationally.
Well, yeah, but the way he put it was more of like, well, this is more work related.
You have to think about the
scenario, this is your job. That you're in a work setting in this moment. Because if you did the same thing in your other work setting in the real world, you're going to jail. You're getting fired.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so the way he put it was like, I was like, dude, I never thought about that way. I didn't even know that.
Did you see any of Jimmy Kimmel's stuff afterwards?
No.
He laughed because he brought up the official statement from the LAPD. We are gathering facts now, and we will make information available to the public as it becomes known. And he laughed. He goes, I think we know it all.
Right?
Like we saw it. We watched it happen.
Well, the Academy, they're saying that, we asked him to leave, but he said no.
So what were we going to do?
What were we going to do? Our hands were tied.
Yeah. No, a lot of people are pissed saying like they're just kind of pussies. Like they're not going to do anything. So
it's the elite. I feel bad for comedians out there who, God forbid, are like to joke around and don't mean ill. Because I know Chris Rock.
Right.
I know Chris Rock personally.
Chris and I go way back.
We go so back. I've known him since he was Pookie in New Jack City or something. I think that was the movie.
Yeah.
And anyway, no. Yeah, we go, but like comedians are gonna joke and they never mean it in that sense.
They
like to joke.
The deeper context of this that I think is kind of scary is like civilization is to some degree crumbling right now. I mean, you can see all around the place. People have no respect for each other.
I got no respect.
You go, come on, you gotta have some respect. Jeez, come on.
What was that? The Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh, yeah, no respect at all. Yeah, I told the guy, come on, let's go in. No respect, huh?
yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, but you're right. There's like,
but I mean, like, it's getting to the point where like there is no just like stand your ground and just take a breath. It's like, nah, you can do whatever you want. Like, if anybody offends you in any way, you have all right to just go balls to the wall and do whatever you want. You're totally
be disrespectful, be an ass, do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like,
instead of just talking to this person,
like, I don't know what it is, but our as much as we're trying to become more tolerant, it just seems like we're losing tolerance all over the place.
Oh no, 100%. So was it like literally? We just talked about this lady, Zoe Kravitz.
Mm-hmm.
right? From the Batman. She's Catwoman. She made some remarks on like Twitter or I don't know, one of those social media things. Nothing hard like Will Smith's a piece of shit. Oh, she just made those like, side comments. I guess you can do anything you want or, whatever.
Yeah.
But she was referring to that slap, right?
Okay.
There's people trying to cancel her.
For what?
Something she said 12 years ago, 15 years ago, or something like that. Oh. Something she said like 10 years ago, so whatever.
Okay. Every person who's not famous would be canceled by now.
Dude.
We have all said ridiculous shit.
I've been canceled 300 times over.
Yeah.
I say some stupid shit.
Well, I don't know.
I say some dumb shit. My wife knows it. You know it. My ex-wife knows it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Someone else knows it. I can't think of anybody else, but my own team knows it. Yeah. They know I say stupid shit,
Well, it's just I don't know.
But it's all how you perceive things. Honestly, I hope Will Smith, like mentally, I hope whatever he's going through, like he works out. I can't say 100%. Like I said, I can't say 100% sure it is all mental, but like
it just seems very off from
being
him.
a man. Like I feel like there was just so much stress he was going through at that moment that
I think unfortunately he made a decision that he had to make in that moment. And
yeah, I think unfortunately, like
it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was Chris Rock who got the blunt of that.
I was looking at some comments, and there were a lot of like local people because the local story, and so many of the comments were like, "I always knew he was trash" and stuff. I'm like, did you? I don't think Will Smith was hiding this awful alter ego. I think Will Smith is genuinely a good person.
I think
I think he had a moment.
What was it? Cat Williams. So he's 98% good.
Yeah.
So what if that 2% he cheat on you?
That is,
you know what I mean?
Well, but that's people.
But that's just people in general.
Well, I think you've said it before. We are all somebody's villain.
We are 100%. Right? Like, we will be 100%.
We don't even know. Maybe somebody that we pissed off or that like.
Dude, I can guarantee you there's people out there. I'm this nice guy, right? You have this. You think highly. Mm-hmm. You think highly of me.
I do.
As I hold my stomach. I don't know why I hold it. You think so highly of me. No, anyway, but like we have this perception of like I think you're just this awesome guy. You think I'm such a good guy, right?
Yes.
But
someone
out there, I know an ex-girlfriend out there thinks I'm a piece of shit. I don't care.
I know some people probably think I'm a douche.
I know people out there that know me now that probably think that about me right now. And unfortunately, that's how they think of me, and I'm okay because at the end of the day, like they're gonna think that anyway, right?
Right.
They're gonna think you're this person anyway, so I can't really dwell on how someone's gonna think about me, and that's something I'm trying to learn right now as a person is I gotta not care what people think.
Yeah.
Right. And so,
I
think that's the thing. You just got to not care what people think because at the end of the day, those people, they're going to think it regardless. If you say otherwise, they're still in the back of their mind like, yeah, he's still a douchebag.
Right. Well, that's it. At the end of the day, everybody's going to have downfalls. Everybody's going to have negative moments.
Oh, yeah.
But by and large, did you do more good than you did bad would be my
that's it
focus. And are you getting better as time goes on? Like, are you, as you're aging, are you trying to be a better person and make better choices? And Will Smith, I think his official
he made a bad decision.
Comment after was well said, and I think that is the true Will Smith that we know. I mean, I don't mean his words. I mean like his like Twitter statement
where he apologized to Chris or whatever. I personally, I'd rather like him come out and say it because you could say that's a publicist.
I see what you mean. To make sure it's really his words.
Like, yeah. But to me, like, if it was an honest thing, like, and I'm not saying what he like that wasn't from him,
right? I know what you mean.
But I think some of it can be
to make it feel authentic.
Yeah, it should be because Twitter, you got social media. You can film something.
Well, look at all the people that are like social mediaing for us.
Yeah. Not TikTok, like you got so many platforms where you can just throw a video out like, hey, you know what, Chris, I fucked up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying what was said wasn't wrong, but for me, like, I think coming out and saying like directly, like face.
I'm going to argue it wasn't wrong because
honestly, I'm not saying it was wrong what he did. Like that apology was good. It was an apology. It was nice.
What I'm saying is like for Chris Rock, he did nothing wrong in my view.
I don't think he did anything wrong.
He's a famous comedian and he did exactly what a famous comedian should do.
He was killing it.
And I'm sorry that she can't take a joke.
It was funny.
I'm sorry that Will paid the price because she can't take a joke. But
I mean, if you think about it
on his own.
If you think about it, like it wasn't like a terrible joke.
He even mentioned that. He goes, "That was a pretty light joke." Like,
well, I think he played G.I. Jane.
She didn't like it. Was Moore,
Demi Moore. Is Demi Moore known as an ugly person?
Even Jada's not known as an ugly person.
Demi Moore is. She was very attractive.
Yeah.
Even as a bald military woman, strong
as a guy lady. She was.
It's a bald military chick. Like. Yeah. She was still very attractive. So like
it's a compliment.
In a way, it's referring to the fact that you got short hair like G.I. Jane did.
But even if it's not a compliment, okay, so the only person that can be made fun of in the world is Jada Smith.
No, fuck that.
Like that's the only person who's off limits. If you this is the thing, like the guys that do South Park, that's always been their point is like if we can't make fun of one thing, then we can't make fun of anything because where do you start drawing a line? Okay, this person's off limits or this subject is off limits. Well, everybody feels that way about themselves. Like if you make one person untouchable that way, you shouldn't do it to
early in the episode in the Oscars, they made jokes about Will Smith. Regina Hall, she made a joke saying, "Hey, Will, come up here. Jada don't care about." Basically, you don't give a fuck, and he's like, and she's laughing.
Maybe she just had enough. Maybe.
But like he says this one thing, and I don't think it was an alopecia thing. Honestly,
I don't either. I understand the argument. And here's like the thing. They keep making it like it's a black lady thing, right? Like,
no, not even.
A lot of what I've heard is like, black women struggle with this, and I don't know. And I'm not saying that that's not true, but
I don't know if that's true or not. I can't.
If it were that, if he meant it that insensitively, wouldn't Chris Rock be aware of that? He would have. As an African American man, wouldn't he know the sensitivity over that?
Well, yeah, but
so obviously he didn't do it from that kind of a place,
I think either way, if he would have known she was going through that,
he probably wouldn't have said that.
He wouldn't have said that.
Right.
He wouldn't have said that joke.
He was making a comment on her haircut, which
that's it. And she was wearing green.
Yeah. I mean,
she was wearing green. And the only reason I know she was wearing green because someone else pointed that out. I'm colorblind.
This is true.
So I had no idea.
It was a very deep green. It was a dark, deep green.
I thought it was a brown outfit.
So you knew it wasn't black. Okay.
I know it was black. It looked brown to me. I thought it was dark brown.
All right.
But whatever. That's what I was pointing out. Like, do I think it's like an African American thing or whatever? Alopecia? No, because I know of some like Caucasian people.
No,
sound all proper. I know some Caucasians. I know some white people.
Some white folks have it.
That have it.
No, I don't think
Kid Craddock before he passed away, he had alopecia.
Did he?
He did.
Man. Yeah, that was sad when that happened. No, I know that had been kind of
I didn't hear that part.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been said some places like it's a sensitive issue, and I understand that, and I don't blame her for being sensitive about it. But again, I mean, like you're famous, like it or not. Part of fame is your looks. And
part of fame, yeah. And if you're sitting in the front row again,
and you're not untouchable. And I don't know.
You know what? If you guys haven't heard, check out Andrew Schultz. He's a comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Google him. I please go to YouTube, check him out. I love this guy.
If you're Will Smith, don't.
If you're Will
check
Smith,
him out, but
check out the Flagrant 2 podcast. First, 4 minutes. Maybe you want to fast forward. Yeah, it's fine. But no, I'm just saying, like, he's a comedian that he works off the crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting in the front row and if you know who he is, one, you're sitting in the front row because you know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Two, there's a chance you might not know who he is. And so if you sit in the front row, you're about to get your ass roasted.
Yeah.
Like he'll roast you Especially because he likes to talk to the crowd. He works the crowd, and this is how he works. And he very funny, very quick, and very witty. Right. Very quick on his feet. He's a comedian. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you're going to a comedy show, or you're going. A comedian's gonna. That's what they do.
Well, that's it.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that could have been any actress that had her head shaved.
Anybody. I guarantee you, if the Smiths were if they weren't even there, would never have been said. No. If they were there and they were sitting in the fucking back corner in the dark, you would have never heard of that joke. You know,
he would have seen somebody else in the front row and thought of something to say.
Something funny about them. Ah.
He spit fired.
Yeah. Look at Kristen Dunst. Huh? With her little hat, looking like she should be sitting in the front of the class like an idiot.
Everyone else would have been, who?
You look at Mary Jane.
Yeah. Man, has she been in anything lately?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, she was. That was famous.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and people probably will hate me for this. All 100 million people that watch us,
638.
I do not like her as Mary Jane.
Yeah,
I was not a fan. I'm not a fan of her in the Spider-Man
her work.
So I watched the new Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched it already, but I watched it again because I have it, and so I was like, okay. And then I watched the older Spider-Mans because I used to hate on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Okay,
which I still he's not my favorite Spider-Man. Peter Parker, he's a good Peter Parker. I can see that. Okay, little sensitive for me. A little sensitive for me.
Okay,
cries a little too much.
Oh God! Hey, why don't you wipe me? Oh Lord Jesus, please love me, Mary Jane.
I want to see him from the deep south.
He's swinging from the church steeple.
Can you imagine like a Colonel Sanders type,
like a
Peter Parker,
like a 1 square mile town with Peter Parker?
I want to hear like the Peter Parker from the deep south.
Oh my God!
I wish I can do that accent. I can just do the Lord Jesus. Like no, like,
sure is warm today.
Yeah.
This suit is stifling.
Like we have this lady that at my work. She's from the South. Oh, Jesse, can I talk to you about the pharmacy? Can I talk to you about I love the lady. She's
pharmacy.
She's such a nice lady, but she has she's very Southern.
Jesse, let me tell you something that came out of the pharmacy.
I do declare this is just going to hurt my soul.
Well, bless you.
No child of mine.
I do feel I'm faint.
Right? So, as Peter Parker, I've seen him cool, whatever. But Mary Jane,
getting back to the point.
Get back to Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
That's Spider-Man from the deep south.
Spider-Man, damn it.
From the deep south.
All right, yes.
So, but anyway, Mary Jane, I seen her and I'm just
not into it, huh?
I'm not a big fan. So I like.
I think it was just because they gave her red hair, like that. That's just the thing that
I think
it's on her. Or what?
And I've told Lisa,
What was the casting decision?
So I'm gonna get roasted for this. I think she's a very homely looking fella.
Whoa! What Jesse meant was.
I think she's
a homely looking.
I'm not very I don't find her a very attractive. Right?
Let me look her up.
She's not an ugly person. She doesn't do it for me as a Mary Jane. Gwen, the girl who played Gwen Stacy, she was a great Gwen Stacy from the Amazing Spider-Mans.
Okay. I mean, I can see
it's her mouth. I've told Lisa this.
She's got an ugly mouth.
No, I'm serious. I told Lisa it's the mouth. I don't know. It's something about her lip missing. And the top lip's gone.
She's not bad.
She's not bad. She just doesn't do it for me.
I understand.
Right.
Well, and I'm not.
My opinion.
What was she with that one guy? The guy that looks like a different
Matt Damon's brother. Dude, I love him. No, he's not.
He's just funny as shit, but
he's great in Game Night.
Yes, he is. When he's the cop, the weird cop. Do I get invited to Game
Dude,
Night?
that was a great. He's so great.
He is.
So totally sidetracked.
Yes.
There's a show that he's in that he does a great job. Fargo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So if you haven't watched Fargo, the show, I like highly recommend watching that show.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. Like if you like the movie,
it's really different than the movie.
It's a little different than the movie, but it's still based kind of like that. It'll say like it's a true story and whatever.
Okay.
But there's season 1 and 2, but it's like he's in, I don't remember what season 1 or 2, but he does a phenomenal job. Great.
Is he a cop in that, or is he a bad guy?
I don't think he's a cop. He's not a bad guy.
Detective or like a...
I can't remember. I think he's just someone.
Newsman?
I think he's just a guy.
Just a guy.
I think he works at a bakery or a butcher shop or something.
All right.
He's no one like big.
Really? Okay.
The cop in, I think, season 2, she's really great. But the first season is really, they're both really good. It's a just burping like crazy, these IPAs. But like it's a great show. 100%. 100% recommend.
Who is the Mary Jane that you like?
My favorite Mary Jane, they haven't came out with a Mary Jane. So I liked MJ Zendaya. Yeah. She was good as an MJ, but she wasn't Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I think Gwen Stacy from The Amazing Spider-Man was probably my favorite out of all the Mary Jane-ish people. That's the one I liked.
Yeah.
She was really cool. Alicia probably will never listen to it, but I thought she was pretty.
Tom Holland was
Zendaya is very pretty too. She's very
cute.
She's a very pretty. She's very cute.
Young, and she's got like
she's a great actress.
She is, and she's
a very good actress.
I don't know. She has a very even though she's kind of like negative in her character.
Yeah, she's always
got
negative.
This very like cute personality about her.
So she does a good job in the Spider-Mans, and she in her role, the way she plays it very well.
Yeah. Tom Holland always cracks me up because he just seems like such a kid when you listen to him talk outside of being like in the movies.
Yeah.
Like he's just this goofy kid.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, I like him. I think it's like I feel like a little brother. I think if you hung out with him, you know.
Well, so if you ever watch any of the bloopers, so the Avengers, they'll like when he came out and stuff as he was Spider-Man, the Avengers or whatever. They all like did an interview, and he's like him and Anthony Mackie will like joke around with each other.
Yeah.
And they'll clown on him. And because he like did a spoiler from one of the movies one time. And so they clown him so hard. It's the best.
Yeah, they always so like shut him up. Don't they like send people with him every time he goes to talk because he can't be trusted?
But they do it jokingly, but some of the interviews are great.
Does Jon Favreau is he a producer within the Marvel universe?
He was a director. He might produce some of them. So the Iron Man's
very involved.
Yeah, well, he's happy.
Wasn't the Iron Man like the original Marvel?
Yeah. So not the original, but yeah, it was like the start.
As far as like the movies coming out.
Yeah. So like, the
Marvel
Jon Favreau was the guy. And so if people don't know who he is, like when you see him, you'll be like,
oh, you'll totally know who he is.
Like, holy shit, that's him. He's happy. He's happy in Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
And the Spider-Man's it's happy. That's
he's done a lot of stuff.
So much.
Jon Favreau is an interesting guy because like
he was in Game Night.
He was in did you ever see like the food truck movie?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just
he was the chef,
like
chef. That's what it's called.
And it was such a movie that shouldn't have been great.
It was so good,
and it was just great.
It was so good.
I loved it, and I don't even know why.
He's a great director. So he directed like the Iron Mans. He's directed some of the other stuff, even some of the Marvel shows that have come out on
he was involved with
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like he's directed some of those.
The
Mandalorian,
a lot.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, he's a producer on that. Right?
He's one of the directors too.
And a director,
yeah, he directs in that too.
He's just a very.
If you haven't watched The Mandalorian, great show.
So he started with Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
he and Vince Vaughn were together.
They still do movies,
and in
they did a movie together where
what was it called? There was another movie that was like Made.
It was there was one where it was like Vince Vaughn. He was in it. I think Jennifer Aniston was in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
You're right. I can't remember what it was.
But yeah, he's very good. Dude, these IPAs, I'm like,
I know. But it's so good. So good.
I know. But yeah. But Will Smith, back to Will Smith. He needs help.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I still love Will Smith. I think he's a very good guy. I think
he made a bad of a choice, and it was what it was.
Let's face it, we're gonna forget about it. I know
something else is gonna happen.
That moment is going to live forever. But Will Smith, he's gonna make movies. He's gonna do other things, and it's whatever.
Hey, newsflash: he's still worth like $500 million. He's still worth $500,000.
Oh, Jon Favreau. Also, back to him. He was the producer of Elf. He was the doctor. He had a cameo as the doctor. Or not a cameo, but he played the doctor in Elf that told him,
a narcissist.
Congratulations, you're having a boy.
What a narcissist, bro.
What a son of a bitch.
He directs these movies but decides to be in them.
I'm going to be the doctor for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to look at her badge. Oh, yeah. You're a doctor.
I'm going to look at Will Ferrell's badge in this movie.
Yeah, you're having
Swingers. That was the other movie.
I was going to say that movie, but I wasn't 100% sure if he was involved in that.
Oh, yeah. Jon Favreau was in Friends, wasn't he?
He was in so much stuff.
Yeah, he was.
Jon Favreau has been in so many things.
I'm trying to think of...
he was in that movie too. Couples. Yeah. That was the movie. No, wait.
Couples?
That's on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah, Couples Retreat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny movie.
He was in Rudy.
No.
Yeah.
I love that movie. He was in The Sopranos?
He did do a cameo in that one. So there's a point where Christopher goes to Hollywood and
what
he meets Jon Favreau. Might be season 2.
It must be towards the end because I'm not.
No, it's season 4. I think it's season 4. Sorry.
He's like season 2.
It's not a major.
Psych, season 15.
Season 1. You weren't paying attention. Yeah, so many things. I Love You, Man. I fucking love I Love You, Man.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of. Not Game Night.
Breakup. He was in The Breakup.
The Breakup. That's the one with Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Game Night's not the one I was thinking of. It was I Love You, Man, where he's an asshole to fucking. He was a dick. He's so funny.
Did you ever see Our Idiot Brother? Speaking of a Paul Rudd movie, did you ever see Our Idiot Brother?
Oh, yeah.
Such an underrated Paul Rudd movie. That movie is like one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
Paul Rudd's underrated.
He is.
I love that guy.
Everybody loves Paul Rudd. He was the sexiest man alive.
I'm going to DM him, see if he can come on our show. Dude, can you imagine?
If Paul Rudd came on my show, I have a movie
I would
idea
come. If Paul Rudd came on our show, I would came on our show.
I would eat my own balls if he did that.
I would come on my own show.
I wouldn't.
If you know what I'm saying.
I wouldn't do anything.
I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't subject you guys to anything disgusting.
I'm kidding.
Speaking of funny movies, Blanca and I watched Nacho Libre again.
Oh, God.
Anyone that hasn't watched Nacho Libre, I'm assuming it's still appropriate.
Probably not.
I don't.
So white guy playing a Mexican, I'm offended. As a Mexican male, I am offended.
Okay, I'm offended.
As a Mexican male missing an eyebrow right now because I shaved him this weekend. I shaved my eye.
You look good.
I shaved my eyebrows.
Did you draw them on tonight?
I should have.
Before you came on?
I was like, I like to shave. I don't like to be super hairy. So I like, I was manscaping. I was manscaping. And in the clippers I have, the guards are very spread apart.
Uh-oh.
And so the spread apart part was an actual, and it was,
did you look cool for a minute? Did you have like
I didn't realize until I was
done.
done.
It looked like you had scars or something?
No, I wish.
Sometimes I have to go through and just snip some.
You fucked up when your kids look at you and say, hey, JJ, straight up. I was like, hey, buddy, we got to get you in the shower last night after I was done showering. Yeah. He's like, hey, Papa, what happened to your eyebrows?
What the fuck happened to your eyebrows? He goes,
what'd you do to your eyebrows? I'm like, they're shaved too close or whatever.
Yeah.
And then today he's like, Papa, your eyebrows. I'm like, yeah, you told me, kid. Elena's like, she was talking to me today and she was straight up like
staring at him.
She was like talking to me, but she didn't. Elena, she won't say anything.
Elena doesn't have a lot of tact yet. She just kind of like stares.
She was staring at me, but I knew she was looking, but she didn't say anything.
Or she'll like touch it and then laugh. And
then she she didn't do that, but she was like staring, and I can see she was staring, and then I don't know how it got brought up, and then she said something, and I'm like, I knew you were staring, girl. Come on now. Alicia my wife drills me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm missing my eyebrows. Shut the fuck up.
What is this, April Fool's Day? Come on. Lay off me.
Yeah, like, hey, keep my name out your fucking mouth.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth. That was intense. That was so intense.
It was intense.
Everybody.
Bro, I'm telling you, at that moment, that's where I felt the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Like, I can read people. I think I'm pretty good with that. And so for me, I can't agree with people who say it's fake, because at that moment when that exchange happened, I was just like,
if it was,
bro, this is real.
If it was fabricated,
this is so real.
It backfired. It
real
didn't accomplish
for
what they
Will.
wanted. Oh, but you know
Jesus
what
Christ.
they say, like, no publicity is bad publicity. So
Yeah, for real.
you know, like, I don't know. It's a sad thing. Like you said, I agree. I think there's something that is going on for Will
I
that,
think so.
you know,
We're men. We can sense it.
Yeah.
I feel like we got that. What do women have? A women's intuition? We got men intuition.
The guy needs to talk about some shit. And
no, honestly, like,
Will, an open invitation. If you would like to come on this show and not be treated like crap,
come on the show.
we will talk to you.
I'll talk to him.
Fuck yeah. Will Smith.
I'll talk to him. Like, Will Smith, you know what? Hey, Will Smith, get this. For 27 years, my last name was Smith, and I thought me and you was related.
For years,
I love Will Smith.
My name wasn't Smith, but one of my
like
earliest
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith related memories, I was in elementary school and Men in Black came out, and we
I
went
love
and
that
saw it
movie.
for my birthday, and my friend came over, and I was,
So
we
privileged.
were young enough that I was very
I'm
privileged.
kidding.
I was running-
I just like to say that.
I was running through my front yard, and my friend was like, she's like, dude, you were so fast, because I was like, in my mind, I was Will Smith running in that movie, and he goes, you were so fast, you're like a blur. And I felt amazing.
Dude, tell me that is
I think I can run like a blur.
Yeah, right? I'm so fast. Like the Flash.
I didn't think I was a Flash. I thought it was Will Smith in Men in Black.
Dude, Will Smith, his movies were cool. I've always liked him.
I love I Am Legend. It's like one of my favorite movies.
I Am Legend is great.
And the one that he won the award for, King Richard, was a great movie.
Did you watch it?
I did. It was
didn't
great.
watch
It was very, very
Didn't
good.
watch it. I'm not even going to lie to you.
It's just
Wasn't
it's
very
unfortunate.
I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't very interested in it. Just didn't see.
He played he
like,
you know, I know this is not
I get
the-
it.
the
I
great
grew
league
up
for,
when
but-
the Williams sisters started playing tennis.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I lived it. I was there.
I saw the real guy.
I seen it.
I was
there.
The tennis
You know, he
match.
wasn't actually happy with what happened.
Who? The dad?
The actual dad.
He didn't like
No.
Will's... well, of course he didn't. The guy sounds like kind of a dick.
Well, no, he didn't really like the way Will played it off. Like, I'm doing this for love. You know, like he did it. Like the way he slapped someone and then turns around and talks about how he's all about love and whatever and protecting the family. Like, apparently, like the dad was like not agreeing with that. Like, he's like, no, that's not what I'm about, motherfucker.
Oh, he was mad that Will... So, hold on.
So the dad didn't agree with what Will Smith said or did.
At the event?
Yeah.
Oh, so nothing to do with the movie.
Nothing to do with the movie.
He was upset with the event that happened at the...
the
I mean, of
event
course.
and the speech afterwards.
Well, the speech that he gave afterwards, I think, was a mistake.
that was
And it's really annoying that like a lot of people have said, this spineless group of actors that just stand there and...
bravo.
Yes.
Who gives a fuck? These people are millionaires. I don't give a fuck.
All these guys
Fuck
were
them.
doing is standing there trying to analyze in the moment what they had to do.
I
to
don't give a
stay
fuck about them.
relevant.
I've just talked about them on my podcast. I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, you think you're special, famous people?
Yeah.
We have 600 views. Okay. When it comes to the potties, we're taking the cake. This year.
Yeah. I don't know. No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, you're good. I'm good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I got my water.
last week we came up with the idea of the award show for podcasts, the potties,
The potties, dude.
and I think we can make it.
I
big.
forgot about the potties.
Yeah, no, it was in a part that we did not air, so
The
I'm gonna go back and listen to the original clip and see. But I think I'm gonna slap somebody at the potties this year. I think
It's gonna be me.
We'll
I'm the small guy.
I'll walk walk up and you go, whoa. And then I'll walk up and you'll think I'm going to just grab you and I'll slap the shit out of you.
Slaps me in the face.
Keep my name. No.
Keep me and my wife's name out your mouth.
Keep Blanca out of your mouth, damn it.
No, I just got to say her name because she's my baby's mama.
I was just asking if I could have Elena.
I know.
Boy, yeah, that could be really tough if Chris Rock was the stepdad. Huh.
Can you imagine? That'd be a weird altercation.
Do you think that there, I don't know, like, if they had this open relationship, do you think that there's any kind of like a history there?
Not with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
I don't see Jada going with a Chris Rock type guy.
Well, she went with her kid's friend. I mean,
but he's very like tattooed and he's very like a rapper, like, he's thuggy.
Gotta be fucking annoying for Will.
Like Will's considered this goody two shoes, right?
Yeah, but
a clean
Will Smith
rapper
is pretty fucking cool. Like,
well, to us, Will Smith's cool, right?
Well, to his wife, who's as old as he is, he should be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, Will's 60 years old.
His son, or
he's like, who's 26 years old?
Her son. She didn't fuck her grandson. she fucked her son's friend.
Her kid's grandson.
We need to run a correction.
But you know what would happen?
Yeah.
Who would be shocked though? Because that's Hollywood. That would be a Hollywood thing to do, probably.
Jada Pinkett Smith fucks her grandson.
I know, super Hollywood.
And what's that fucking show where the guy drinks his water and they talk about all the Hollywood shit?
I don't know.
The guy,
Greg Norman?
Nah, the one where they like TMZ.
Oh, fuck TMZ.
I was gonna say TMZ has the footage.
TMZ. I hate those guys.
Yeah, I know. So stupid.
They're so dirty bitches.
Who fucking cares, TMZ?
TMZ comes like they sit there and they wait in garbage cans and shit for people to pop out of the shit. Fuck them.
And then they like I don't even know if they still do it.
Like, where the fuck you come? I was in your garbage waiting for 4 days. I've been eating this banana.
I'm so hungry. I smell like shit.
That leftover steak was amazing.
God, man, I know. Seriously.
Fuck them. Like,
well, and the guy just like it annoys me.
He has his little coffee mug. This is him right here.
Show. Yeah. And there's so did you hear what they did on the award show?
Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
Who's got the inside of Will Smith?
A week later, Will Smith slapped. Did you hear it? Did you see it?
I know. Fuck that.
Yeah, seriously. Fuck you, guy. What's his name?
I don't know. I don't fucking care. I don't watch TMZ. I hate him.
Who cares?
I don't like all that shit.
I don't either.
Now, was I like the rest of America and I was all caught up in that drama?
Everybody
100%.
was.
Are we talking about it? 100%.
Will Smith slaps a guy. You're gonna pay attention.
Do I agree with what happened? I don't.
No.
I don't think that's a proper way for any male. Like in the long run, in a confrontation like that, like if there's ever like an incident where someone says something about maybe your wife or whatever.
Now, if a guy like it pushes your wife up against the wall,
physical,
that kind of thing, or like
a physical altercation,
like sex stuff to your wife. Now that's a different story, but. Making fun of her hair, and he's a famous comedian.
If they're talking about sex stuff, Will Smith's wife's gonna be okay.
Yeah, she's
gonna be okay with that.
If I took Blanca to a comedy show and the guy was ripping her, I would not step in. I would sit there.
I think Blanca would laugh.
I think she would, and if she didn't, I'd say, "Honey, this is what comedy is."
I think she'd be okay with that, right? Where I could see it being an issue is if there was a physical or if there was a threat, like I'm gonna fuck your kids up. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do this. Like, I can see that.
Well, Blanca and I were very young. We were out drinking, and she was.
You guys sound like you guys been together for fucking 35 years.
When we were children,
when we were little,
I have to make it sound like we were really young, that we're not like total assholes. There was this guy that was like, "Oh, let me help you not fall over," and he like put his arm around her.
Oh hell no! I'd break his fingers.
I ran up to him and I shoved him against the wall.
Oh, she probably loved that.
"Get your fucking hands off of her!
Keep her name out your fucking mouth!
Keep her name!" And he's like, "Why didn't say? I didn't even know her name." It was very awkward, but I was drunk enough. I didn't care.
Yeah.
No, but like to this day, I don't feel bad for doing it.
Don't feel bad.
That was a moment where I'm like, I know what he was doing.
Exactly.
He saw that she did not have all her capacities.
Girl, I got you.
He thought like, "Oh, I'll help you."
Dude,
she's got a guy to help her.
That's an open hand slap.
That was a slap. Open hand. Oops, I tripped.
No, I would fucking push a motherfucker. See, and you got the advantage because you're tall. So like there's times where people would probably be like,
Luckily, he didn't do shit. He walked away.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I'm short.
But I don't condone that. That's still not a nice thing to do.
I'm 4'10", so I'm considered midget. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not 4'10".
This guy can fuck some people up.
I'm 5'8", but at the same time, like if I see that, like, and I push someone's gonna try to body me, but good luck, because I'm gonna eat some dick.
He's a werewolf. I'm just warning you now.
If you haven't seen that episode,
he will turn into a werewolf, and he will eat your dick off.
And I won't mess around with no beautiful women. For nobody either. I was watching the clip. I'm like, there was a clip I was gonna put out where it's like, I don't, like I was talking about this, girl wanting to, like, she was getting mad because I was using my daughter's excuse, remember, from last week.
Yes.
You go, so you would eat dick and
just
ignore beautiful.
You will eat dick and ignore beautiful women for your family.
Yeah, and I was like 100%. Yes. And being sober right now, I'd still do that.
Yeah.
Well, that was funny.
I prefer dick.
Fuck. Dude, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding.
I would be in the same boat though. Like if someone was putting his hands around my wife and stuff, like, no, fuck you, man.
And like I knew what he was doing. That's the thing.
I'd probably say that too. Like, man, what the fuck you doing, dude? Get the fuck off.
I know what you're doing. She is a woman who is not in her right mind.
I could have like a good like angry voice to someone, or like a threatening. Like I feel like I can threaten someone pretty good, and then be like, I don't know if this guy's serious or not. Like even if I'm short, like they're like, I don't know if I want to fuck with this guy.
I just flat out want to hear you yell at somebody, I'm a werewolf and I will eat your dick off. I think.
Are you threatening me? Yeah, I'm threatening you. Well, I'll eat your.
It's not a threat. It's a promise.
Gobble, gobble, bitch.
Just start shaking. Ooh.
Anybody who missed that episode, you guys are missing out.
Oh my God.
Tune into Just Weirdly Blended where you can get that episode, because true story, I told some people that I thought I was a werewolf. I was a little kid.
It is.
Don't get it wrong. I was a little kid when this happened, but
still, it's something that's stuck forever.
It is.
That's a little werewolf.
This is a true 100,000% story that I told someone that I turn into a werewolf when I get angry.
Well, you had to defend yourself somehow.
I did. And I was a small guy,
and
it worked.
8-year-old brain? Were you younger than that?
Yeah, probably 8 to 10. Just before I moved from Vegas, so yeah.
Vegas 8 to 10 is kind of a rough town.
It was 8 to 10. I lived in the projects. Like that's what I had to do. Like
you didn't have a gat. So
didn't have a gat.
Werewolf.
So I had to be a cat.
Meow. Meow, bitch.
So wow. Yeah. What if you just tape like a mountain lion tail to yourself?
Why? I'll just put it in my butt. No, I'm just kidding. People have those tails. They can do that shit. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. That would hurt.
So let's add that to your family list.
I will put a tail on my ass. Eat a dick.
There's a theme.
I'll become a furry for my family.
There's nothing sexually with another man I will not do for my family. There are limits with women.
I don't right. To women, there's things I'm off limits with. People probably think I'm the gayest, fucking craziest guy ever, and that's okay because I'm not against any of that.
We're okay with all people.
I am 100%.
Oh my God!
If anybody who knows me, knows I'm like.
Do you feel like that's?
I love people.
Do you feel like that's our generation? Like, do you feel like like most people in our generation?
I think if anybody heard me talk or heard stuff like the younger generation, they would assume I'm like, I just hate people, right? And that's not the case. Like, or I hate like, gay people or whatever. But like in the end of the day, like, no, that's not the case at all. Like, I love all sorts of people. Like, I love all races. I'm colorblind in that sense, and I'm like, what else would you call that? Like blind? I'm literally colorblind, so I can't.
I don't see color.
But like, if anybody knows me knows I'm not like this. I'm not a hateful person at all. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a good guy. Like,
yeah, you are.
I'm all talking up myself. I knows I'm a good guy.
Some people that barely know me think I'm a total dick.
Yeah, most people that don't know me think, look at this bearded bitch.
I think we are easy people to be friends with.
Oh, 1,000%. And
I think, like, at the end of the day, people are people. If you're a decent person, we're gonna like you.
100%, dude. We're very open people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a very open person.
Yeah.
In every aspect, like all seriousness, like, I love hearing people's stories. I think that's one of my favorite things, to hear someone's story.
Yeah.
So that's why I would love to have Mike. I would love to hear a story.
I am so curious to hear Mike talk about his experience.
Yeah, I would love to. Because, like, I don't know. It's just super interesting to hear people's sides.
Well,
and
what's interesting, too, is, like, you and him obviously have a lot of similarities.
Which I never knew about.
Is still going to be different than yours.
Oh, yeah. For sure. He grew up different than me.
But I think the examples that people need to see are like, no matter how you grow up, there are choices you can make. There are different ways that you
a Hispanic in the ghetto, like mixed race, like I had things stacked against me. I was racially profiled like by cops. I was, kids that were super racist towards me, and like, I experienced that racism. I experienced so many different things, but like, I never let that change me.
Right.
Do I struggle with, certain shit? Yeah, I struggle with certain shit. Like most men, we keep a lot of shit bottled up. Like, there's some mental aspects of me that I struggle with, but at the same time, I'm like, none of that stuff affected me. That sounds weird. None of that stuff affected me, though. I struggle with mental stuff, but none of that stuff affected me.
That's your maleness, though.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, right.
It at the end of the day, like, all that shit I went through molded me to be who I am, and I'll never in a million years change that. Yeah. Like, I'll go through that again. Like, I went through that shit, and I'll do it again.
With who you are today.
Oh yeah. Do I struggle with mental stuff sometimes or anxiety? I do, but it's not because of that. It's just shit I struggle with. Like,
I did not have your experience at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, I mean, you just look at me.
I struggle with anxiety because of other things, not because of that.
I have anxiety, and I take medication for it. And
I'm telling you, I had an anxiety attack just a few weeks ago. Like, I literally had to have Alicia drive the car the other day.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we were in Walmart and shit started getting blurry. Like, I started seeing this. You ever see those little squigglies in your eyes?
Or like the black dots?
I started seeing that shit, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Nothing happened. There was no catalyst.
Nothing happened. Me, Alicia, and JJ were in Walmart. JJ was talking about Minecraft Legos. We were in the Lego section. This is how I know. We were in the Lego section, and it hit me, and I was like. And Alicia's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah. I need to go to the restroom real quick. So I went to the restroom because let me get some water on my face. Maybe I don't know what the fuck. Maybe my sugar's low. That's what I was, Then Alicia ended up thinking the same thing. Like, so I drank like an energy drink right there in the aisle.
Dang.
Right? Like I got to a point where I leaned against the cart, and Alicia's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the car. I think I need you to drive. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. It's like, I don't know. I just don't feel right. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. Like,
do you think it was like high blood pressure or something?
Yeah, I don't know. So I had drank that energy drink. So I went to the car, kind of sat there, and I just kind of like took a lot of deep breaths.
But that could be a panic attack too. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. And she's like, are you okay? What happened? Everything okay? And I'm like, I feel okay right now. Like, I don't know what it was.
Huh.
She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I think so. Maybe you're right. Maybe my blood pressure's off. Cause I'm at an unhealthy weight for who I am right now. All right. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Cause but I think it was like an anxiety thing coming up, cause anxiety, when it hits you, it just hits you. You don't know when it's going to, it just, all of a sudden you're just like, oh shit, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Yeah. Right, and that's how I felt.
Right.
Like, oh my god, oh, there's a pain in my chest and I can't breathe. That's how it felt. I think I got a pain in my chest and I can't breathe right now.
You became an English as a second language speaker.
Yeah. He's like, what's wrong with you?
Happens.
Why do you sound Hispanic? I don't know, but I got a pain in my chest and I can't breathe right now.
Trying to get some air.
I don't know, feel very good, but I got a pain in my chest and I can't breathe.
I do that too. I end them with an Italian accent.
Yeah,
I can't breathe.
I cannot breathe. I don't know what's so wrong. This is meatballs I ate.
Look at Luigi on the phone. I can't breathe.
Mario!
I'm coming to see you, Mario.
Oh, no. Princess Peach, I don't miss you. I love you. Taylor. I will always love you. No, but I think that's what it was. So,
yeah,
we all struggled with mental shit at one point or another when it comes and hits.
In conversations about mental health, it's not okay to put your hands on people like that. Obviously, this initial phase of this whole Will Smith thing, obviously, it wasn't okay.
No,
let's move past the obvious. And let's see what the real situation is.
We'll find out in weeks.
Is he all right?
I hope so.
And
I really do.
You just got to ask a guy that has that much together. And I think Will Smith genuinely does have
things
together.
I think what it goes to show you is it doesn't matter how much money you have.
Social pressure is pressure.
I think,
whatever's going on.
I think in the end of the day, social pressure, anything like that money can't buy that. Like they say, money can't buy happiness. You can't buy the fact that you're going to fuck and go through some shit and you're going to break down. Eventually, you're going to hit that point in your brain where it's just like, you're going to explode.
Right. Well, you think, this is a good analogy. Think of a dam.
Imagine having to stay cool all the fucking time.
Well, think about a dam, right?
Yeah.
This huge wall of concrete that holds back a massive amount of water. And imagine spending 60 years not putting an ounce of care into that dam.
Okay.
What's going to happen?
You're going to blow? You're going to break? You're going to crack?
The dam's going to break.
Crack?
That pressure going to get too big.
That's what's going to happen.
So you got to take care of the dam, fellas.
No. Take care of the dam inside you.
Take care of that dam in your heart.
That heart, which is the concrete, you got to take care of. You got sometimes got to patch it up. Sometimes you're going to have some cracks, but sometimes you got to carry it.
Let me tell you something. You goddamn well better take care of your heart.
I want to see George Bush as a fucking motivational speaker.
When you wake up in the morning and you feel like perhaps you're not in your best self.
You're going to be your best self.
You're going to roll over to your wife and say something like, Laura, I'm going to need your help today. I had a conversation with God last night and he told me, tell your wife, Laura, you need her help.
Right? It was so stupid. Like,
I love it.
Goddamn fucking.
There were some,
George Bush saved my life, bro.
There's some fucking hippies outside of my compound.
Sometimes I was just wishing and praying.
And hoping and loving and wishing.
And sometimes that just happens when you love and you don't love. Sometimes love just saves you.
Imagine yourself as like a dam holding back a significant amount of water.
I know. And then the doors don't open.
And then all of a sudden, they can't open the spill gate.
Yeah, and the wood doesn't work.
Imagine your dick stops working and your wife says, George, if you can't fuck me anymore, I'm going to leave.
I'm going to have me a entanglement.
I'm going to entangle myself in our children's friends.
And my grandson.
in my grandson. No, I'm very much against that. I'm a man of God.
I know. I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. It was a good week.
Hey, to George W. Bush.
To George W. Bush.
What?
Fuck.
I fucking love that guy. I do. Not my favorite president,
you know what?
But he was
I can see the good in most presidents we've had. Some of them suck. Yeah. Some of them ain't that bad. But anyway, I don't know. I think we can call it good.
I think so. I think we need to.
I know. Before we go off the rails.
It's like, I think we're good.
All right. You guys have a great week.
Man, it's been
good
a big
talking
one.
to you.
Good to hear you.
Subscribe to us. Fucking spread the word.
We got a video out there right now that's probably like 700 views now. So you guys
700,000 views.
Viewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we got some good shit out there. Don't be afraid to share it.
Look it up. It's out there.
Just Weirdly Blended.
And seriously, if you want to hear about him eating dick as a werewolf.
I'm going to put that out there again.
God.
Not eating dick as a werewolf, but eating dick for the fam.
For the family. Oh, that's right.
It got blocked on TikTok because apparently you can't threaten fake stuff. Because
apparently you got threatened to eat dick on TikTok.
Is the chances of me eating a dick going to happen? Probably not. Darn it.
Well, you better not say that.
I'm just kidding.
Every guy will be coming to your house to break it.
I know. But anyway, someone's going to slap me in the face.
Are you the guy that eats dick for your family?
Holy shit, I'm going to slap you with my dick.
Open your mouth, pretty boy. This is for your family.
All right. It's for my family. Prepare to bleed on my mouth. Okay. You guys have a good week. We better end it.
Goodbye.
All right. Have a good one.
Oh, my God.
Hey, motherfuckers.